A family is thankful today because their son, Chase, who you see right here, just celebrated his first birthday after undergoing 2 open heart surgeries. As we learned about his condition, we also learned how one Austin hospital is supporting its tiniest cardiac patients. KXAN's Kelsey Thompson sat down with Dr. Eileen Stewart from Dell Children's and mom Jamie Moreno on how the program provides physical and emotional support for heart parents, including their care for Chase.
Talk to me a bit about your reaction when that diagnosis first came in, that prenatal diagnosis, and what that process has been like for your family prior to Chase's birth and now a year plus later.
The doctor came in and explained to us that they suspected that our son had hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which at the time just completely sounded like a foreign language. It wasn't something, we'd ever heard of before. Interestingly, we had a couple, family members, my niece and Steve's cousin's son have congenital heart defects as well, where they ended up having open heart surgery. So it wasn't a completely, new world for us. But, when you're not the ones affected by it directly, after the 20-week scan, their suspicions were confirmed and it was diagnosed as hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So from there, we met with the specialist, and that's where we met Dr. Stewart and, the Dell team, and started following Chase all through fetal life, taking a look at his growth and just, what was happening with his heart all throughout.
If you could talk a little bit about kind of breaking down what hypoplastic left heart syndrome is for folks who maybe, haven't come across that congenital heart condition before.
Hypoplastic left heart syndrome is a spectrum of disorders that include a problem where the left side of the heart is underdeveloped. And in the most kind of well-known form, the hypoplastic left heart syndrome, kids don't have an adequate left-sided pumping chamber to do the work that normally the left side of the heart would do, which is pumping the oxygen-rich blood out to the body. And so because they don't have that normal left-sided pumping chamber to do the work through a series of stage surgeries, 3 surgeries typically, we use the good right-sided pumping chamber to do the work of the normal left side pumping chamber. And so it becomes the workhorse for the heart. And after the surgeries, it will pump the oxygen-rich blood out to the body.
Because I know there was so much prior to Chase's birth that really went into planning and preparation for how to treat this condition. Talk to me a little bit, Dr. Stewart, about the importance and the value that comes with that pre-birth prep period when it comes to these sort of congenital heart conditions.
For some babies with certain conditions, it's helpful to have our whole team ready. And this is one of those conditions that can be helpful to know ahead of time. And so that's part of the role of making a diagnosis prenatally, is we're able to have a kind of multi-specialty team assess the mom and the baby during the pregnancy and make sure we have a good obstetric plan and we have a good plan for the baby after birth, and things are seamless and smooth in terms of the care of the infant and the care of mom. So that's part of what we do. And the other part that I think is equally important is to really provide support to the family, because obviously it's very difficult to kind of understand and take in a new diagnosis of congenital heart disease for your child that you thought was healthy. And so a lot of our time is spent preparing the family for what to expect. And there's many aspects of that, not just what the child's heart will look like, but what does the journey look like in the first part of life? How is it different than normal? We try to talk about the financial implications by putting them in touch with our multidisciplinary team, because that's a big issue for many families, and provide support for those other things that aren't just the heart problem.
And before Chase was even born, doctors were prepared for surgery and his road to recovery. That's because the pre-birth scans gave the Morenos a heads up. To learn more about this resource, just head over to our website, kxan.com, and you can click on Kelsey's story.